Hello everyone and welcome to the September reading. I am very much looking forward to getting some new energy in here. For me personally, August is always a bit of a hard month, so having September come in and flow and be good for us is definitely something that I think we're gonna need. So I have 3 decks here for you today with Amethyst, Quartz, and Aquamarine. So you can take a look here. I have the Tarot of the Divine, the Weaver Tarot, and the Paws Cat Tarot. So see what feels best for you. It could be one deck, it could be multiple. So you'll be able to find the links in the description to be able to go to the reading you're most interested in. Alright, so we're going to go with the Tarot of the Divine with our beautiful rainbow amethyst, which I love. I know it's a coating, but it's just so pretty. So I very much enjoy that crystal. So we're going to take a look at this here and see what kind of themes. I almost see something sticking out immediately. But okay, let's just shuffle it up and see what happens first. This. Alright. Looks like this might be... I mean, I don't want to speak too soon. I was going to say it looks like this might be an easy pull for the reading, but you never know for sure. Sometimes at the last minute these things just decide to become difficult. So let's see if there's anything else. I don't know why, but just based on how the cards are acting, I almost get the feeling that this is going to be a chaotic reading. Like, look at how much is sticking out. Do we want to pull all of this? Kind of, yeah. Okay. What do we have? So, oh my god, I pulled out a novel. We have the, let's get it here, the 7 of Swords, the King of Wands, the Queen of Swords, okay, Knight of Cups, 5 of Coins, Page of Wands, the Devil, the Emperor, the 8 of Wands, and the Lovers. I was completely right that this would be a chaotic reading. Okay. What feels right? Boy, oh boy, I almost feel like this goes here. I don't know why. Does it go here? Maybe it goes like this. I'm sorry if I take my time with this. It's just that there's, like I was saying, a lot of signals here. And again, I did pull an extensive amount of cards. So that could be it too. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't feel like there's a clean order for this. I'll just tell you what I perceive. What I perceive is that you've been caught up in something that you know you shouldn't be doing. The reason I say that is because we have the Devil, we have the 7 of Swords, and we have the 5 of Coins. These are the strongest indicators of that. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is what is it that you should not have been doing? And for me personally, I'm getting the feeling it was a person you were involved in that may have not been the best person for you. We have the Knight of Cups, we have the Lovers. This is like so clearly either a very good friend or a partner or a love interest. But I just don't get the feeling that it was a stable option or that there's some type of turmoil that's come up in the relationship. The other thing is it might not be you that did this. I'm saying it's you, but it could be them that did this. But the ultimate result is a complete lack of safety, security, and stability. And that could be within the relationship, that could be within yourself, that could have ended the relationship potentially. But I'm getting the feeling that something has created that as a result of the situation. Now we have a ton of wands down here. Fiery, passionate, can sometimes have some missteps as a result. I do see 8 of Wands, like we are going, we are getting there. I see Page of Wands, which is how should I say? It's a bit of a childlike carelessness in some circumstances. Um, at least that's how I perceive it in this. Now, I do see King of Wands here, like someone that's charismatic, who, again, could possibly be causing all of this. But I also see a Queen of Swords, which is very, I don't want to say opposite, but has a lot more simplicity and clarity. And the Emperor, who is, again, a very good symbol of simplicity, clarity, structure. And in fact, one of the only major arcana cards you have the Devil and you have the Emperor. So yeah, the initial idea that I'm getting here is that there was temptation, there was illusion and trickery, which kind of gives me the idea that, well, I don't want to say cheating, but could have even been as simple as love bombing or something like that, that set you up to believe there was a certain level of, or that maybe you did to the other person, who knows, but that there was an idea of security or stability that wasn't actually there. And this is going to, from what I'm getting, really show who's who and kind of make this pretty clear for you. I almost feel like, can I do 3 rows? Would this be crazy? I get the feeling it's kind of like, I don't know if this even makes sense to do it this way, but I'm really trying to get the idea across to you that I think, to be honest, I almost get the sense that this is someone that you thought was a King of Wands, in the sense that fiery, passionate, charismatic, but a king, you know, someone that is reliable and trustworthy, but you actually found out they're more of a child, like a Page of Wands, and that is the love interest, or vice versa. Again, we don't know. And then that led to the trickery, the deceit, the feeling like maybe you spent too much time or you gave in intimacy that you didn't actually feel ready to give or something like that. And then that has really, like, all of this has happened very quickly. And so the result is, oh, you know what? I think the best result for me is to get structure and clarity back in my life. Now, I have put this in the context of a relationship. It could be anything that pulls you in an emotional way. To be quite honest, I've seen similar stuff like this come up for bosses. Bosses that you thought were stable, charismatic, but they're actually childish. They mess around with your emotions, they lie to you, and so your result is that you have to redirect this energy to make it safer. So there are a lot of ways for this to be interpreted, but I do know how many people really enjoy love-specific readings, so I do often just naturally lean into that. Now, I do want to see with the Astro Oracle deck if there's anything in particular that might be a theme for this process. Let's see. Okay, I'm getting 3 specific cards, so 4 in total. Let's see who we have here. Retrograde, review. So it looks like this has already happened, whatever this whole experience was. First house, arrival. Had this not too long ago. So that is about your rising sign and or the person's rising sign and how they are showing themselves to be perceived versus who they actually are. So keeping that in mind. Conjunction, alliance. So it could be finding people that you feel like you can be safe with because this situation might not lead you to feeling that way. And South Node, past. I think this is going to bring up a lot of triggers for you that you need to deal with. So I'm also going to pull from the Citadel. You can see here, that's the reading so far. But the Citadel is fun because it's very much a reading about archetypes. And it does have some symbolism for elements, although I'm not the best at reading this yet. I'm still working on that. So I'm just gonna see if anything wants to come out. I've got 2 there. Let's see who they are. We have the Merchant, self-worth, and trade. Now, in contexts like this, when I think about the Merchant, I think that you might have been Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but I feel like you kind of might have been trading your self-worth in for the ride that this situation would give you. And that's kind of the representation of the devil in your reading. And then we have the scholar, investigation, research. I think this might be an air symbol too. I might be wrong on that. Now, I wonder if this is you figuring out that this person wasn't exactly what they said they would be, or that it was you realizing that you were acting like a fool. I'll be honest, it can go both ways, right? So I'm getting that feeling. And it also, because of the scholar and the merchant, I do kind of get the feeling that this could be more of a business type of situation as well. It might not be solely a relationship, because I'll be honest, for me personally, not so much in my current job, but in previous jobs where the teams are small, you can feel like you have a very close relationship with your boss and with your coworkers because you're a close-knit team. You are a partnership working towards something. And then if they do something stupid, they lie to you, things like that, it can really mess with your head in an emotional way. And that, for me, sometimes has been worse than breakups. So maybe something to keep in mind, just because, again, the merchant and the scholar, it could be school related, it could be work related, it could be, yeah, that's an interesting little tidbit there. So anyway, if you enjoyed this reading, please let me know. Comments and likes and subscriptions are the best way for me to know what people are liking and if you want more of it. And I will leave the link in my Etsy, or for my Etsy, in the description. So if you want something that's more personalized, if there are questions that you have from this reading that make you go, oh, I'd love to learn a little bit more about the next chapter or what a certain card might be related to in another thing, please feel free. I am so grateful to the people that have been enjoying my readings there so far, so that will be available in the description. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, it's time to do the Weaver Tarot with the quartz. An absolutely beautiful cut of quartz as well. So let's pop that off to the side, and let's get started with your reading. So hopefully this will bring you either new energy, or, you know, what I've been realizing is it's not always about new energy. It's just about knowing what's going on in life. And I've noticed lately the cards are really good at calling people out. So perhaps that is what you will experience today as well. So I'm just gonna shake it a little, see if anything really wants to pop out. This deck is naturally a bit stickier, but today, for some reason, oh, okay. It feels especially sticky, if you know what I mean. Like it just does not want to cooperate. Let's see if there's anyone else. This one. Okay. So let's take a look. Now, to give you an idea of what popped out, it's the Seven of Swords, which means somewhere in your reading there is a sense of illusion or trickery. Okay. So, if I can just get these organized and not a giant mess, I do see quite a few major arcana cards. So we have the Hanged One, or the Hanged Man. We have the Two of Wands. We have Temperance. We have the Hermit. Such a beautiful card. We have the Anchor, which I believe is the Emperor. And then we have the Sun. Now, what the heck are you going through? Give me a second. I'm going to sort this out. All right, so everything's set out. Can you believe that you have it looks like five major arcana cards? These are usually big themes, big chapters. And something that especially intrigues me here is you have the Two of Wands right here. Two of Wands is notoriously known as the travel card. So how I've kind of listed this out and it's pretty close to how I pulled it too, is I get the feeling something has happened that has just totally either depressed you, made you feel like the situation you were in was not as you thought it was, someone lied to you, whatever. That's the starting point. As a result, you're kind of in a position where you're like, I have to sacrifice something, or they've put you in a position where you have to be making difficult decisions. And it doesn't always feel necessarily very good to have to be the one stuck with those choices. And I also get that because twos are very, very commonly known for their kind of like being the dichotomy, being the contrast, the decision making, or the, sorry, not the decision making card, but rather the decision card where you have to make the decision. So, Two of Wands gives me the idea that you're venturing on a new path and you're making that decision of will I or won't I? I get the feeling you will. I think that you will be traveling by yourself. I don't think you'll be bringing anyone with you. I think the Hermit and the Two of Wands are there together because you are going on an adventure to clear yourself out, get away from everyone that has wronged you or made you feel uncomfortable or whatever. And I think that's going to allow you to find a new sense of peace, a new sense of, I don't want to say enlightenment, but I can't think of the other word. But it's that balance that you're looking for in your life. And it's also that stability, hence anchor. And it's very interesting in this case because Emperor is well known to be a card of structure, a card of stability, a card of routine. But the fact that you've pulled it and it is this deck, so it says the anchor, really gives me the idea that you're really setting yourself down somewhere, possibly moving. Like what I get is this might not just be travel, this might be moving because it looks like you might settle down somewhere. And then the Sun, beautiful new beginnings, life's good, things are figured out, new opportunities are available, like it all comes together. So that's the initial idea I get for your reading. This, not only was it very easy to read, but it's just a very beautiful, light, not light, it's very heavy to be honest. You're going to have a lot of steps to it, but it's light to read. It's very simple to read. It's very, this is what you're going to go through and this is where you're going to go. So let's add in a few components just to see what happens. So I'm going to take, do I want to start with the Citadel? No, I do not want to start with the Citadel. We are going to start with the Astro Oracle deck. So let's take a look and see just if anything. I know this sounds weird, but the way this card kind of bent in my hand, my cards don't bend easily. But something about it makes me curious. So we're going to take him out. And let's see if there's anything. Oh, okay, fine. So who is this? Venus. Ooh, I wonder if this is going to be like your Venus awakening. So for some people, especially if they've felt ugly, unloved, unwanted, all of these kinds of things, you can go through, I think it's called a Venus awakening or something like that, which is kind of like you finding the best of yourself and becoming very attractive, and not necessarily in a way that is romantic, but just in a way that attracts people. So it looks like we have 3 more cards here. Neptune, Vision. So I think for you, doing some manifestations or visualizations of how you want this journey to go would be helpful. Debilitated, discomfort. You're not going to have an easy time all of the time on this journey, which is normal. I mean, come on. With this many big changes, you're going to go through some stuff. And Saturn structure. Are you kidding me? Do I sound like a psycho sometimes? Like, this is the same card in different decks. Okay? It's the same card. You're basically going from something that is either boring or chaotic and rebuilding it in such a way where you have just a sense of stability that is so wonderful. Like, I really think that you're moving somewhere. I wonder where you're moving. Anyway, let's now go to the Citadel. Now I feel like we have a base note. Can I just say how beautiful this card is? Like, I would get this printed as a poster in my room. So, let's see here. We've got the Citadel. Wonderful for archetypes. I almost want to go grab the Divine Feminine deck for you. And I normally don't go out and, you know what, I'm probably going to do that. Because I feel like you need a specific guide, like an entity, if you will. So, do I feel this? Yeah, I do. So I think I'm going to also grab that for you because I'd like you to have a guide for this. The Miser, stubbornness, inflexibility. Are you feeling worried about this? Is there maybe something in your subconscious that is making you go, no, I shouldn't do this. I don't think this is the best idea. I wonder. And I think maybe that's where vision comes in and where your discomfort comes in as well. I think that maybe you, yeah, like I said, you really need to sit down with manifestation, journaling, things like that. The King, control, reversal of fortune. Like, hello, it's another Emperor card in a different form. How many of these do you need? Maybe this is also telling you if you want to do this move, you're going to need some structure. It could be that as well. The Aspirant, ambition, diligence, setbacks. So this is just you going through the journey. Simply put, it's an aspiring journey. It's an ambitious journey, but it's going to be a difficult one at times. But you have to remember that there's the Sun card with you. There's the Temperance card with you. You've got bloody Venus. You should look up what sign your Venus is in as well and look up things about that. But my God, hello. Okay, let me go grab you the Divine Feminine Oracle because I just think you need it. Okay, hi, I'm back. Don't tell the other piles I did this for you. I'm half kidding. Just because when I have so many decks that I have to do for every single reading, it can be exhausting. Okay, I'm going to put this down here. I don't know if this is the right card. I think I need to focus for a second. I kind of get the feeling that's a surprise card, but the right card. Okay, I'm just thinking, who is your guide? Who is the embodiment of this journey? Let's see. Oh God, why are there two? I can't decide. Should I take them both? Okay. Okay. This is the first one, and they're like 2 or 3 cards down from each other, which makes it especially a pain in the butt to grab. Okay. Because they're not right next to each other. So anyway, immediately, I have a pretty good idea, but I want to see what this was. Oh, Sarada Devi, the Divine Mother. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. So I don't think this is as main of a reading for you, but I do think it's important because we have to remember you have the Miser here, right? Like I do get the sense that there's something you're judging of yourself to think that you're not capable, right? That could be the trickery. It could be someone maybe is telling you that you are not capable of going on this journey. It could be a parent saying like, don't do that. It's interesting too, because it's a Divine Mother. If your mom's doing this, maybe focus on this mom instead. Don't let people stop you because you got one life. But then here we go. We have Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge. The essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. I think this is part of your Venus awakening. I would also look up these goddesses. And then Sappho. Come on. Like, Sappho is such an amazing card. She is often an LGBT kind of card, but it doesn't have to be. It can also just be self-love, love towards women in your life, or your body is another option. But something that I also think, so it says the poetess, I love every inch of my body and I love the women in my life fiercely. But she's also one of the earliest and most famous poets of all time. And I always look at her as an idea of being creative, and that you should really explore the opportunity to play and be creative. And it doesn't mean you have to be good at it. It doesn't mean you have to learn how to play Bach on the piano. It doesn't mean you have to paint the Mona Lisa. It means get a coloring book, play with the coloring book, get a little drum set and play with the drums. Like, find little things that bring back that childlike creativity, and that I think will unlock a lot of, just based on your reading, I think that there's some part of you that is judging yourself. And I do think it could be related to someone in your life who's essentially lying to you. Maybe makes you feel like you have to be the one to represent and care for the family. And that's difficult. I know there are a lot of cultures where the eldest is required to care for the family, and so they're kind of tricked out of pursuing a life they love. So I don't know. I'll leave it there. If you want something more specific, feel free to check out my Etsy shop in the description. I do personalized readings where you can ask specific questions or give whatever details you want to or don't want to, and I can do readings from there for you. So I will leave that down there. If you are enjoying my readings, I really appreciate if you want to like, subscribe, do any of that, comment, just because that's the best way for me to gauge if this is helpful or if this reading is better than my last ones and so on and so forth. So yeah, let me know. I would really, really appreciate it. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. All right. Hello, turquoise pile. This is forever one of the best beginner decks in my opinion. Also, like, can we just admire how beautiful this crystal is? I don't remember if it was given to me or if I found it. But either way, one of my favorites. So, very good choice. Now, like I was saying, this deck is awesome. I love it. It's easy. It is the cat, what is it called? Paws Tarot by Spell, I think. And it's cat themed and super fun and playful and very easy to shuffle, I will say. So, let's see what kind of themes are coming for you. For some reason, I feel like singing to you. Sorry. Oh. 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 You can see that, right? It's okay, I promise. Everybody calm down. This was also about to fall out. Oh. I am not good at keeping a poker face. I just started learning how to play poker, actually. Definitely not going to be betting any serious money with how I am. Oh my, do I even need to pull much more? Let's see. I see two main cards that are gonna pop out. Oh my god. What? Are you okay? Oh no, what's happening? What's happened? Oh, but we have some good stuff in here, don't worry. Oh, okay, it's gonna be okay. Hold on, it's fine. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh so much. It's just like, sometimes the cards are comical in the way that it's almost like watching a show where everything's going wrong and you're like, oh no, how can it get any worse? And then it does, but then it all becomes better. So we have the Three of Swords. This is the card of heartbreak. We have the Nine of Swords. Can't speak. The Nine of Swords is more related to, so there's the Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords. Eight of Swords is anxiety coming from your own internal beliefs that you've created. Nine of Swords is more from external factors that are creating anxiety for you. Death. Now, I actually think this is wonderful because you don't want to be in this. Let's kill it. Let's let that part of you die. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, which gives me the idea that, you know what? You're going to restart and it's going to be slow and stable. It's a very good card for that. We have Judgment. Anyone who has wronged you. I think it's this one right here. They ain't going to be able to do that no more. And then we have the King of Swords and the King of Wands. So clarity of passion, charisma. You're going to feel like lit back up again. And then King of Swords, clarity of thought, being focused. So you'll be able to let this pass. Now, yes, it was a bit alarming to see these pop out the way they did. But they wanted to let me know that that's what's happening for you, and that, you know, you need help. You need to know that there's something that's going to come to you that is going to be steady, that is going to feel safe, that what needs to happen to the situation that caused this will be rectified. You will be okay, and you'll end up in a really wonderful place of feeling very confident. Very, very confident. King of Wands is an incredibly confident, charismatic card, and King of Swords is an incredibly focused, clear, both very, very good cards for particularly leaders. But leader could also be just leader within yourself. So that's where we're starting. Now let's, you know what? I want to pull the Citadel first. So let's see here. We have the Citadel, which is full of archetypes. Okay, that was obvious. And it can be very good for finding just little tools or aspects of yourself to consider during the process. I hope you can't hear my stomach. Sorry, guys. I really want to do this reading. And that's more important than eating for some reason. Oh, do we want to pull all of those out? I just saw this. I don't really think those were supposed to come out. I know that sounds strange. Sometimes I think things aren't meant to be. So here's what I've pulled. I've pulled the Gambler, Loss, and Risk. I kind of wonder if that's the anxiety you're experiencing. And then the wise one, tradition and order, which kind of leads to the end of the journey. I think this is an air symbol. Or no, sorry, I think this is a fire symbol, I'm pretty sure. And I think this is an earth symbol. I'm not the best with this, guys. I'm still learning. But you took a risk, I think, perhaps, that maybe didn't pay off. Or someone took a risk on your behalf and it didn't pay off. That's another possibility. The wise one, tradition and order. It kind of seems like, yeah, because you're going back into stability. You're going back to like what you know, what, or maybe not what you know, but what would be the best to create the best version of yourself. I think that's more so what I mean. And what you know is right. So I think that's where that's going. Let's pull a little from the Astro Oracle deck. I don't know why, but I just don't feel like your reading needs to be very expansive, at least for now. That's also just kind of how I read. So again, if you feel like you want more, I do have a link in my description to my Etsy shop where I do more personalized readings for people. So if there's something that you're like, you know what, I just wish that I knew a little bit more about why this card came up, or is this related to such and such in my life, then I will happily assist you. I do not assist with readings related to death, pregnancy, or health, so please keep that in mind if you are interested. But anyhow, I don't know why, but I feel like this deck is almost more active than the tarot deck. So let's go. Let's see what it's all about. Okay, okay. It kind of works with what I... Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, we have Mercury messages. I feel like this might be related to angel messages or messages from your spiritual or higher self or God. Communication. Again, I do feel like someone's going to be reaching out to you to provide you spiritual guidance. Solar flares activate. I think this is part of you coming back into your own after the process. Leo, shine. I mean, this is a great reference for the King of Wands, having that confidence. Then we have Juno, partnership. I really feel like there's someone in particular that's going to guide you through this process. We have messages, we have communication, now we have Juno. I don't know if it'll be a relationship, but it'll certainly be, like, at the very least, a friendship. Progressions, journey. So basically this will take time, and I think that's clear because we had the Ace of Pentacles, which was a gentle reminder that this won't be an instant process. So yeah, I think that's kind of the setting that your reading is headed for. There's obviously some heartbreak, and it's really going to be something I want to note for you here is that this is really in your head. And I don't mean that as in it hasn't actually happened, it's not existing, but it's really going to play tricks in your head, and really going to create a habit of excessive thought or thought that isn't beneficial to you. And I get that immediately with this, but that will die off, clearly, with death, and you'll have a slow but steady recovery from it. I think that you might meet a guide, a guru, a friend, someone who really understands this stuff. They might be the wise one that you're looking to connect with, and they will be the one that opens you up to all of this. They might even be, I would look into if they are a air sign or a fire sign. I'm very curious about that. I would also look at, for you, what sign is in your third house. Just something to keep in mind as well. But yeah, Mercury, third house, these are both kind of giving me the idea that someone's coming in to help guide you to a better way of seeing life. Better way of feeling is what I get. Anyhow, I will leave it at that. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know, because it helps guide me in knowing what kind of readings to continue doing or what kind of readings not to continue doing. If, again, you want to see something more specific for yourself, like a personalized reading, I'll leave that link for my Etsy shop down below. But anyhow, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next reading.